How does a speedboat work? They are considered family boats and can be used for fishing and water sports. These small boats, 14 to 24 feet, are commonly used for water sports and shallow water entry. John boats are small service boats used primarily for sailing in shallow water. Speedboats work by using a jet propulsion system to accelerate the vessel. These boats contain tubs and imbibe water, and bladed fan within the tubes force the water to move more quickly. This rapidly moving water is then jettisoned out of the boat and the reactive force propels it. Operating speedboats include ferries, fishing boats, motor barges, tugs, coasters, passenger ships, police and port officials boats, patrol and water boats, fire boats, and more. High performance boats include yachts, SSICs, high speed interceptor ships, and racing boats. The deep behold helps keep the bow of the boat at low speed for better visibility. It is not uncommon to paint a motorboat with a double hull designed to further reduce the drag created by the movement of the hulls through the water. The boat can be equipped with an outboard or outboard motor, and the shape of the boat's hull and deck is often made as aerodynamic as possible. The inboard motors are part of the boat's structure, and the outboard motors are attached to the transom and hang from the rear of the boat. Some motorboats even have an inboard-outboard hybrid engine where the combustion engine is installed inside the boat and the gearbox and propeller are outside. In this respect, an inboard boat is similar to a car. Component is that its drivetrain also controls these same motions, with additional speed control added to the mix. Moving the boat forward is like stepping on the gas pedal rather than shifting gears. Basics of driving a speedboat. The reason people use the term drive is because it controls the forward and backward movement of the ship. Despite the use of different mechanisms, in the case of ships, the function of the transmission or gearbox is to control power of propulsion. A small gearbox at the bottom of the drive shaft converts a vertical rotary motion into horizontal rotary motion. A propeller driven by horizontally rotating gears propels the boat through the water. These boats, like racing boats, will have a long V-shaped fiberglass hull. The type of hull used depends on the type of water the ship is in and how it is used. The type of hull depends on the purpose and type of waters in which the ship is used. Displacement hulls move at a reduced and constant speed, while displacement hulls are designed to combine the characteristics of a displacement and planing hull water movement at low speeds while maintaining the ability to create lift at cruising speeds. On the other hand, the planing hull has a flat bottom which at higher speeds rises to the surface and picks up water, thereby reducing friction and drag between the hull and the water. This is in contrast to a conventional motorboat where the propeller is attached to the stern of the boat, which requires more water to operate. Both jet propulsion systems. Since the entire jet propulsion system is located inside the hull, the jet boat has a minimal draft and can operate in very shallow water. There is no propeller or outboard motor to be damaged if hit by the bottom. Jet boats have one or more jet engines instead of a propeller for propelling. A speedboat has one or more motors that propel the boat over the water. The boat motor usually turns the propeller, which acts against the water. This type works by measuring the force of the passage of water that causes the paddle wheel to rotate. This is very similar to measuring the rotational speed of the tires in a car. How boats propel themselves at high speed. As the boat moves, water is pumped into a tube attached to a plastic triangle. As the water fills the tube, the air inside it is compressed by the force of the water. As the boat speed increases, the water pressure in the hose increases. The higher the pressure stored inside the tube, the higher the speed of the boat, and the speedometer is able to sense the air pressure and convert it to the speed of the boat so that the speedometer accurately displays the speed at which it is moving through the boat, and this change in speed and water pressure is then converted into the speed shown on the boat's speedometer. Obviously, your boat does not have rotating wheels to determine the speed of the vehicle, so the speedometer of your motorboat works with the water and other elements to show your driving speed. Installing a working speedometer on your boat is essential for water safety and compliance with speed limits. You may not even know how fast you are moving in the water, which can lead to dangerous situations. In many cases, your boat must move at a certain speed on the water. If you are in still water, you will get a more accurate actual ship speed reading. Instead, your boat's speedometer measures how fast water is moving below. This means that the speedometer provides you with an estimate of the speed rather than an accurate reading. Boats are not that simple. In fact, without GPS, it is quite difficult to accurately measure your speed with a speedometer. Accurately measuring boat speed with GPS, the most accurate way to measure speed that will perform much better than a boat speedometer is GPS. Currently, GPS is used not only to determine the exact location of yacht's man, but also to measure the speed of the boat. Nodes are used to measure boat speed in relation to miles per hour because ships use latitude and longitude for global navigation, but you will be able to travel some distance depending on the speed of the boat, and the air pressure will do the rest. It takes less time for the boat to travel a certain distance at a higher speed, therefore the work done to support the boat per unit distance must be less at high speed than at lower speed. To achieve planning speed, it is necessary to acquire the appropriate dynamic lift to keep the boat higher in the water, which reduces drag. Assuming the boat is planning, the work done on the water to support the boat's fixed weight in a dynamic sense should be about the same for the same amount of time, regardless of the boat's speed. Many books I use speed length ratios to determine whole planning, but this is unsatisfactory since it only applies to boats that have almost the same characteristics as hull shape, weight,